The merger of biology and technology is no longer a theory. It's happening in laboratories, hospitals, and even classrooms around the world. Modern science is learning how to read, write, and rewrite the human body at a level once thought impossible. Let's look at what's unfolding right now. 1. Neuralink and brain-computer interfaces. In 2024, Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, successfully implanted its first brain chip in a human volunteer. The device allows people with paralysis to move a cursor and type just by thinking. Research from companies like Synchron, BlackRock Neurotech, and Corticare follows similar paths, building direct communication between brain signals and computers. Proponents say it could restore mobility and memory. Critics warn it could open the mind to data mining and surveillance, turning thoughts into trackable information. Who owns the data of your mind, ethicists ask, once it leaves your head? 2. Nanomedicine and molecular engineering. Nanotechnology is revolutionizing medicine. Scientists at Harvard, MIT, and the University of Tokyo are developing nanorobots that can deliver drugs directly to tumors, repair tissue at the cellular level, and monitor disease from inside the bloodstream. These machines are smaller than a red blood cell, invisible to the eye, yet capable of immense precision. The promise is healing. The concern is control. Who programs them, and what happens if they're hacked or repurposed? 3. The Internet of Bodies. The World Economic Forum and Rand Corporation describe a coming Internet of Bodies, a network of connected wearables, implants, and sensors exchanging data about our health and behavior. Smartwatches already track heart rate, oxygen, and sleep. Next-generation devices will monitor brain activity, stress levels, and emotional states. It's the ultimate feedback loop, but also a potential gateway for manipulation if privacy fails. Once the body becomes a node on the network, one analyst wrote, the boundary between human and system disappears. 4. Wearable and biometric interfaces. Headbands like Muse and NextMind, or earbuds with EEG sensors, read brainwaves to train focus or measure meditation. Military pilots use similar tech to monitor fatigue. Students use it to improve attention. Every year the technology grows smaller, faster, and more intimate, wrapping around the mind itself. What starts as a productivity tool could evolve into a behavioral steering device, nudging thought patterns the same way algorithms shape opinions online. 5. Synthetic memory and emotional AI. Neuroscientists at Columbia University and Wake Forest have experimented with memory encoding chips that can replicate and restore short-term memory in animals and humans. AI models can now simulate emotions, analyze tone of voice, and respond with empathy or the imitation of it. Combined, these technologies could allow machines not only to read feelings but to shape them. If emotion becomes programmable, where does free will begin and where does it end? 6. Biodigital identity and blockchain health records. Across the globe, governments and tech firms are testing digital ID systems tied to biometrics. These programs aim to simplify healthcare and travel, but they also centralize access, linking identity, finances, and medical history. When everything depends on verification, access becomes conditional. Without a verified identity, the system says, you do not exist. Each of these inventions began with good intentions: healing, connection, progress. Yet every great leap carries a hidden cost. When machines enter the body, when code shapes consciousness, the question is no longer, can we do it? It's, should we? And as technology reaches deeper into flesh and thought, the ancient warning of revelation begins to echo louder. a world where control replaces compassion and humanity's image is rewritten in the likeness of the machine. The Bible warned that in the last days knowledge would increase and humanity would seek to make itself as gods. From the Tower of Babel to the rise of artificial intelligence, the same ancient desire whispers through time to create, to control, and to live forever without the Creator. Prophecy speaks of a world system that promises peace and unity, yet demands allegiance through technology and power. Revelation describes an image that speaks, a mark that governs who can buy or sell, a future where loyalty is measured not by heart, but by code. It is not difficult to imagine how such a world could emerge when identity, currency, and thought itself become digitized. What began as science could become submission. What started as healing could become hierarchy. And what was meant to free humanity could instead enslave it to the very systems it built. Yet Scripture also gives a greater promise, that the Creator will not abandon His creation. For those who belong to Christ, there is no fear in these days of advancing shadows. We were warned so that we might watch, discern, and stand firm. Revelation 14:12 declares, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." The conflict is not merely technological, it is spiritual. It is the war for the human soul, for the image of God imprinted within every one of us. While the world seeks to merge man with machine, God offers a different transformation. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. True transcendence does not come through silicon or signal, but through salvation. No implant can restore what only redemption can renew. No algorithm can replace the breath of life breathed by God. And no digital kingdom can overthrow the eternal one that is coming. Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live." John chapter 11:25. That is the real singularity, when mortality is swallowed up by immortality, not through code, but through Christ. So as the world moves toward a hybrid future, let the Church remain fully human, fully alive in the Spirit, grounded in truth, unshaken by fear. Because the story of Revelation is not about the triumph of technology, but the return of the King. And every innovation, every empire, every artificial throne will one day bow before him who said, "Behold, I make all things new." Revelation 21:5.